The Overledger is like Windows in the 90s, according to this picture right here. I don't know if this is photoshopped, but this is the CEO of Quant. Yes, this coin is going to be very important for the future of finance and for just distributed ledger technologies in general, guys. And then here's why. This is the reason why. It aims to be the king of interoperability. How do I know that? Well, check this out. These are facts about the Overledger. And it says that it is highly interoperable, which connects any network to any network without overhead or limits. It's hyper decentralized, and applications that run and store data on multiple blockchains can work with the Overledger. And that has to do with multi-chain apps. And the Overledger oversees the enterprise permission blockchains as well as the public permissionless blockchains like Stellar. And then you got Ripple over here. You got Corda, which is part of like R3 and all that stuff, part of that consortium. Other blockchains like Cosmos. These are basically like the new world order coins. If you want to put it that way. You got IOTA, Hyperledger. I don't know much about Ethereum being a new world order coin, or Bitcoin or Dogecoin. I know those are pretty much like distractions at this point because they're the top coins that people look at when it comes to investing into crypto for the first time. They look at the top coins and they assume because they're expensive that they're going to be the best, when obviously we know that's not true. The coins that are going to survive regulations are the ones that are already standardized by ISO 222 standard, or like this one, the Quant token is ISO TC307. Look it up. This is real, guys. This is going to connect those networks together. And we have government coins, which is government issued digital currencies, or this is basically their way of saying CBDCs without mentioning it. In tech, we trust. I don't trust in tech. I trust in God. Now look, this is pretty much already in your face. Like they're trying to usurp gold and silver with digital currencies, and that's their way of doing it. They want to remove cash and the anonymity that comes with that. Like they just want control, guys. Total control over what people do with their money and tracking and stuff like that. That's just one way to speed that up. We know that's a fact. Now, Ethan collaborates with R3 to drive central bank digital currency innovation. So they're still working on this tirelessly, guys. The global enterprise software firm is going to enable banks and fintechs to build and test central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, applications, and drive its innovation and adoption globally. So this is going to speed up that adoption at a global scale. Basically, it's just going to make it more worldwide. Like now we have El Salvador was claiming to put Bitcoin on there as their legal tender, stuff like that as a distraction, guys, because what they're really saying is, they're working with XRP, they're working with Ripple for cross-border payments, and how do we hide that? How do we mask that? How do we keep people from buying that coin too early? Is we say that we made Bitcoin or legal tender just as a distraction. So I wouldn't even be surprised if other countries in the future follow suit and they also make Bitcoin legal tender, because that's just a distraction. We know that's like a psyop, guys. Bitcoin, Ethereum are psyops. It's like it's there just to pretty much throw people off, to get people off track of the real coins, which is ISO 222, XTC, XLM, XRP. Guys, the World Economic Forum obviously has more credibility than any YouTuber out there. They mention XRP better than any other coin on this list. They just boast about its scalability and stuff, and slow transaction costs, settles in 3 seconds. Guess who is working with Ripple? It's none other than the Overledger, which is obviously Quant. So it makes it so that companies and developers that want to create apps will choose the Ripple network. So it makes it streamlined and the process easier and simpler for them, because Overledger provides a standard API for working with Ripple. So customers do not need their own Ripple nodes or learn the low-level interfaces, formats, and cryptography that are usually involved in developing applications for Ripple. And they say good things about what Ripple is trying to do in the market that they're pursuing, which is the financial network. Basically, they're trying to change global payments and cross-border transactions, all that movement of funds. They're trying to basically revolutionize all that. And this is why the Overledger is so deep embedded and what all these other proven DOT softwares and blockchains are trying to do. It's so embedded in that because it's going to be the operating system. It's going to be the gateway, what connects these networks together. It's going to be the Overledger, Quant. So, we can verify the Quant partnership with Hyperledger based on right here. You can see Quant's above Ripple. R3 Corda is XTC or Symphony. You got Microsoft, Visa, American Express. I almost confused it with MasterCard. You got IBM, JP Morgan Chase, Accenture, Consensus. You got all these that are mentioned on the ISO 222 ecosystem family right here. Everything just makes sense and goes well together because yes, they're planning to make all this interoperable. They're changing the game. Definitely something you guys should consider looking into if you haven't already done so. But the holders for Quant are so low that is, in my opinion, is flying under the radar. It's been doing a good job at staying away from hype and people just really putting it out there, which is sort of a good thing and a bad thing at the same time, because it's a good thing because it allows you to accumulate these prices, but it's a bad thing because this is such a great project and doesn't receive the attention that it deserves. I mean, bro, 18,000 holders is nothing. Look at something like Polygon. I like to compare this coin a lot because it just came out of nowhere. This coin was literally worth nothing just a couple months ago, and all of a sudden it had all this inflow of just retail value. And this is just retail value to give you an idea. Retail value is nothing when compared to institutional value and what that's going to do for Quant, XCC, XLM, XRP. This is just like a sneak peek at what could happen with these utility coins if not only retail value flowed in, but also institutional value and utility. But look at the amount of holders a token, the Polygon token has. It's 114,000, almost 115,000. Let's check out another coin. We know that XRP has basically around 3 million accounts out there, or people that are holding the coin. Obviously, not all of them have a lot of coins, but overall, that's just how many accounts exist. So it gives you an idea of how long XRP has been in this space. You could tell by the amount of holders that a project has. Now Cardano, for example, we can have an estimate of how many people are holding this, and it's definitely over 100,000. I just can't get the number for some reason because obviously this is not on the Ethereum blockchain, so it's kind of hard to check. You have to go on Cardano scan, I believe. So here you can see how there's about does it tell us? It says rewards distributed, stake pools, total transactions, which is a lot. The price it doesn't technically tell you how many is out there. That's interesting. I don't think it shows you. Hold on. It's gotta be a way, guys. It's gonna be a way. Gonna figure it out. We can only assume, guys, like how many people actually hold this. It just doesn't give you an exact number. So we're just going to assume, because there's 1 million people watching this on CoinMarketCap, that there's over 500,000 people holding this, because if this coin is up there above XRP and XRP has 3 million holders, imagine what ADA or Cardano has to have for it to be above XRP. So it's around there. I mean, I'm willing to say above 500k to 1 million holders for ADA. And the reason why it's obviously cheap as hell compared to everything else is because of tokenomics. There's more out there than there is for Quant. Obviously, it's just simple math. You got VeChain, which has like over 250,000 holders, I think, and then you have all these other assets like Stellar. Stellar, has hundreds of thousands of holders. You got their Hashgraph, with I think has, let me check right here, hash info. I think it tells you how many people are holding. Oh yeah, Hedera account. So Hedera Hashgraph has close to 300,000 people holding this asset, and that is a lot more compared to freaking something like like a Quant, which is just came out of nowhere. It seems like it blew up overnight, but it has been in the accumulation zone for too long now, and just now it started receiving its attention that it deserves. I mean, by being put on the Coinbase, it really put Quant on the map. Definitely look into this, guys, before it becomes way more expensive than what it already is, because this coin was literally at half price of what it is right now. It was $40 for the most part. This was from February all the way to May even, and now it's close to $90. So do what you will with this information. I'm just updating you guys on what's going on. 18,000 holders is nothing. It's still flying under the radar, in my opinion, like I keep mentioning. And it's just going to be a big part of, of the new financial system. Just because it's partnered with Ripple, Hyperledger should tell you enough about what it's going to do and what it's going to be capable of. I mean, hyper decentralized applications, multi-chain apps. This is meant for enterprise systems, platforms, applications, interoperable. You're going to connect any network to any network. I mean, that alone should make you bullish. This is a store of value and investment as well. It reduces your platform fees when you hold and stake this coin. Transaction processing. You got application users. Users will need to hold Quant tokens to be able to run multi-chain applications. So in order to run these applications that are found right here, you have to hold and store these coins in order for you to work and basically receive these API standards that they mentioned, like, because they work with Ripple. They're obviously going to work with these other NWO coins like IOTA, EOS, Cosmos. You even got Corda, JPM Quorum, JPM coin. JPM is going to be huge, I heard. I don't know what they're really working on, but it's up here. It's part of the Hyperledger. So they're definitely doing something related to blockchain or distributed ledger technology. So yeah, I'm going to be looking out for that. Institutions are not buying the dip on Bitcoin, but its fair value could be as low as $23,000 is what JP Morgan says. So, JP Morgan is very known for manipulating the prices of silver and other precious metals. They're also now becoming known for manipulating the prices of cryptocurrencies because they have that sort of influence as a big institution and bank. Hedera is also a very good coin, guys. All these coins will play a role in the new financial system, so definitely don't ignore them. Like, I just wanted to mention you what the World Economic Forum talks about when it comes to these assets. Obviously, Quant is not a part of this list right here, but I think it soon will be, especially now that it's been added on Coinbase. So yeah, be on the lookout, guys. Definitely keep doing your research and know what you hold if you already hold Quant. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and also comment. Give me any suggestions for future videos in the comments as well. You could let me know if you want me to post about this again or go more in depth. Also, subscribe if you're new to my channel. Hope you all enjoyed this video and my content. I'll see you all later. I'm out.